house and cornering the market with single-family real estate. Now, I have a speculation over the next 10 years at the rate of properties that they're buying, majority of median income housing is going to be mostly corporate owned. That's scary as heck, right? If that doesn't alarm you, I don't know what will. Okay, so right here we have an NBC News article, and it's titled this: Who's outbidding you by tens of thousands of dollars for that dream home? Fact of the matter, it's simply a hedge fund, right? These hedge funds are coming in with cash money. They're deploying unlimited amounts of capital, cleaning house and cornering the market with single-family real estate. Now, I have a speculation over the next 10 years at the rate of properties that they're buying, majority of median income housing is going to be mostly corporate owned. That's scary as heck, right? If that doesn't alarm you, I don't know what will. But as we look down, right, it's really just saying, hey, we're seeing a lack of supply with single family homes across the entire country, right? It's saying the would-be home buyers find that they're being outbid not just by another home seeker, but by these big hedge funds, right? Hedge funds, they're private equity groups that pool a bunch of money, private investors' money together. And traditionally, they've invested in apartment buildings, stock market, and different investment vehicles. But they started to venture into the single family investment realm and learn that they can make a lot of money if they have a good cash flowing system, right? So again, it's one of those things where it's scary to see what's happening, what's unraveling behind the scenes. But it's one of those things that if you do not remain on the forefront of it and think of it like a vacuum or a funnel, right? Everything that we do inside of our business is very meticulous, right? So we want to begin with the end in mind. How do we do that? Well, we figure out where the most amount of money, the most amount of capital is being deployed, right? So let's map this out. We got a big money bag right here, right? And we want to dial in, right? Let's say we got the US here. That's a big map of the US, right? Now we're sitting here in this little dot in South Carolina, which my whole business used to be inside of South Carolina until recently, right? Until we started pivoting where we leveraged the hedge fund relationships that we have and started asking this question, hey, where is all this money being deployed, right? We got Atlanta, Georgia. Florida is hot, right? So you got Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa, and surrounding areas, right? You can draw a big circle around those areas. You got Charlotte right above us. So what it's doing is it's showing us where large amounts of capital, we're talking billions and billions of dollars, is being unleashed to buy single family real estate, right? So we simply follow the money, right? Begin with the end in mind, reverse engineer our marketing, and we break down that model. Okay, based on these hot buy box areas, what type of properties are our hedge fund partners looking to buy in these areas, right? So let's just say Atlanta, we're looking for 3-bed, 1 bath and up, 900 square feet or greater, in a certain zip code, a certain buy box and area. That's it, right? We reverse engineered it, and we can take that data and information, we can plug and play into our marketing plan. And regardless if we're cold calling, sending out text blasts, we could unleash a pay-per-click campaign, direct mail, whatever the means of marketing is, we know where to start because we know where the most amount of capital is being deployed. And instead of trying to go lock this little house up at 70% of market value, or let's say we locked it up at, we'll say we locked it up at 70% and someone bought it for 75, right? And the house is worth $100,000. We just made $5,000 on that 5% return on what we sold the contract for, right? On the other side of that spectrum, Let's say that same house that we locked up at 70%. There's a hedge fund buyer that's actually willing to pay 100% for that house. Well, you do that simple math, $30,000 spread, $30,000 difference between contract and end buyer price. That's 6 times, right? We're going to say 6 times the multiple of $5,000. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, let that resonate with you for a minute and then consider before you start marketing, what is my investment strategy? And why don't I just start reverse engineering, reverse wholesaling everything that I'm doing in my business? And I promise you, if you're laser focused and meticulous, this strategy is going to work every time. Now we're going to toggle over to the dashboard that we provide our partners in this program. Now, again, you do have to apply, right? You have to be vetted. We'll do an onboarding call, onboarding process with you to make sure that it's a good fit. But once you're in the program, you have access to open up the back end modules that sit inside of here. It's really simple, to the point, easy step-by-step process. And the way that the partnership portal is broken down is we provide different buy box markets. We have buy box areas. You have your max purchase price, bed bath count, built after a certain year, all that information. And we take it as far as going to a buy box folder that opens up a target zip code list where you can look at the zip codes and make sure before you start doing any type of marketing, paid advertising, whatever your model is, that you're dialed in and you're equipped to go out there and find these houses that are going to be a good fit for the hedge funds. So again, is the old model dying? Is traditional wholesaling as we know it changing? Who knows if it'll ever be the same? I'll let you answer that question yourself. But for now, we're here to provide the tools to help you guys pivot and to remain on the forefront of this massive market shift, because this is an industry disruption as we know it. And I believe real estate will never be the same. I'll see you guys on the other side.